Hello. Hey, Misfit. You are first. You are first. Congratulations. So, what would you like to talk about since you are first? My socks. How was your Monday? Did you eat some good food today? My day was good. It was good. It was quiet. I slept in. I changed my alarm to go off at. Apparently, I didn't change all the alarms, so it did go off at 7:55, which was better than 7:30. So I did get 25 extra minutes. So we'll take that as a win. But I ended up getting up at 6:50. So it is what it is. It was good though. But I did go back and lay down and chop more. Okay. You're having a fire right now? What's the weather? Is it cold right there? Oh man. I ate good. I didn't eat too much. I mean, I had salad. They always be talking about how much I eat. I'm like, I literally eat like a bird though. It's weird when people tell you eat a lot. But you only eat salad. Salad, potato salad, and corn. 55? Oh, wow. That's nice. How you doing, B? B? You should probably say B. Hello, Wesley. How are you? I am fantastic. I'm good. I'm good. I did my second day of, well, I didn't realize they weren't going to have class today. I did schedule a class, but nobody showed up. I waited for like 15 minutes and nobody showed up. So, but I did do the handstand by myself. I was really proud of myself, and I did it. Second day. So we're getting there. I'm not doing it as straight as I'm supposed to. She said straight arms. I have my arms like a little crook. They need to be straight. But when I did do it straight, I went right up. Boom, boom. I was like, oh, this is what they mean. Looking cozy and cute. Yes, because your girl looks like Bye Felicia up under here. Because once I realized that, even if I've even had a little bit of extra hair, I was like, you can't really afford extra weight upside down. You know what I mean? Like, we're not really used to being upside down. I'm being supported by the weight of my hands. Apparently, I put on a little bit more weight than I had when I got here. So, that I don't care if that's an extra 2 pounds, 1 pound, half pound. I gotta let that go. Let me get the handstand first. Then we can go back and be cute. I was like, I need bare. I need just enough. Let me go in what I came with, Let me hold that weight first. So yeah. So she's natural today. So I washed my hair, and I had so much gel in it. It was like, you ever seen like somebody with like locks, and sometimes if you don't treat the locks, they're like one little big hunk. That's what like the middle of my head was. It was just like a big glob that was all hard. And even when I was washing it out, I was still, even when I thought I had washed all of it out, I still had gel in my hair. And I was like, ugh. I put way too much gel in it. So I was actually glad that I got it out. Oh, here we are. We're good. I am. But thank you. Cozy and cute. When's the last time I heard cute as a button? That's what y'all said. Y'all said y'all like the natural look, so here it is. Here it is. I think y'all like the natural because you don't want nobody to go nowhere. That's what it is. You want your ladies to look just like this and don't go nowhere. Glob is crazy. Yeah, it was. I was like, ooh, because it's just a weird texture on wet hair. And so even though I had washed it out, I'm like, ooh. But I guess I didn't do a good job of washing out clearly. So, but yeah, we're good. We got it out now, and it's drying. It's actually still a little bit wet. Uh, but I wasn't gonna have y'all look at me like that on the live. Usually when I do something like that, it's me twisting them up, so you've actually seen them down first. But like wet, twisted up, looks a little rough. Hey, Sean, how are you? How you feeling? We can right. We had a whole 3-day weekend, and it flew by. Today was actually pretty decent, even though I slept in. Well, woke up then slept in. It still felt like it was a little bit longer day though. So it was pretty good. I didn't do much though. I don't even think I read my book. I didn't read my book today. I won't do that to you all. I only have one, two. I only have 4 pages left, y'all. I think I'm gonna read it again though. Yeah. Hello, is it Abraham? Abraham, hello. Oh, are you new to our chat? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Doing good. Happy Memorial. Oh, thank you, Sean. Happy Memorial Day to you. Yeah, I'm I want a snack, but Grandma's back. I try not to. She don't like nobody eating in her room. I want some popcorn though. You are new? Yay, welcome to our chat. We love new faces and new names. Well, you don't have a face. I can't see your face, so you don't have a profile picture, but welcome, welcome, welcome. We go live every night around 10:30ish, 11. Just make sure you turn on notifications to be able to find us. And we talk about various topics. A lot of relationship chat topics. We talk about money. We talk about business. We talk about fitness. Yeah. Quite eclectic and diverse group. So hang around, say hello, meet the crew. How old are you? You're gonna reread it till the pages fall out. You know, when you read something like this, it's almost like I think books are kind of like movies. You know, the first time you read it, you're like, oh, okay. And then the second time, you notice all the things that you missed the first time, and so I think that's gonna be what this is gonna be. And I really, really would not have gotten as much out of it if it wasn't Audible. Because if it wasn't Audible, I'd have been finished this. I wouldn't have thought 2 things about it, would have read it, but oh, that's a good book, and went on to the next thing. But because I had to sit and read it, and I've gotten to the place now where because I don't necessarily like to read because there's no pictures in here, nothing like I'm that person. I'm like if I'm gonna read, I need a picture or something. But because I'm reading this, in order for me not to get sidetracked, I have to read it out loud. That's why when I talk to y'all and I read it to you, it's the same thing. I read it out loud to myself, so that way I know that it's going in, and I can hear it because I'm doing it audible, you know. So that's usually the best way for me. So I see it and I hear it, so I know it'll stick a little bit better. And so if I read it again the second time, I know it's gonna land even better than the first time. So I'm looking forward to that. And I think I need to do, if I do like a page, I'll do it like a page or 2 pages a day. I won't try and read it all once, but just to keep it top of mind. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Okay. I have not seen Q just yet, but we are quite early. Q is not a early arriver to the chat most days. Q's usually 11:30. If you notice, he likes to make a grand entrance. Excuse me. Excuse me. Tune in, chill out, and hang. If you like positive vibes, please like it. Okay. All right. Thank you, Miss Smith. I appreciate that. Yes. So how are you? How is everything? I wanted to do my nails. But I feel like if I eat, nail polish remover has a taste. Especially if it's on your fingers and you eat something on your fingers. It's like, it's nasty. So I figured I should eat first and then take this stuff off my nails. One thing I try not to do is do my nails and then wash my hair, because if your nails are brittle or if they have any types of like breakage, your hair is definitely catching that. You're like, ah. So then the nails go. So that's why the nails look rough, because they got to go. So, tomorrow is Tuesday. That's crazy, right? That's good. We are literally the last week of May. How did it happen so fast? Do you remember when I started these lives in January? Now we're almost in June. I want to say thank you to everybody who has been watching us, who's been following us, and also the fact that my birthday's coming up. So thank you all, because I did see a boost in my watch hours. So thank you to all who have been watching a little bit extra lives and watching extra videos and helping me get my watch hours up. I am wanting to get to 4,000 watch hours by my birthday. So thank you. Excited. Yes, I started in January. That's crazy. So we're well over into 4 months, I think now. I want to say it was mid-January. I was thinking I feel like I was supposed to start January 1st, but my brain was like, not da. So, and I didn't start watching at watch hours until maybe last month or two. But let me see. I'm trying to think. I'll go back and look when my first video was.
It's not that he doesn't like you. It's actually.
Hold on. I do like him. He's really good.
14.
Oh, no. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I don't like about YouTube is every time you click on a page, it automatically starts talking. I'm like, I don't want to hear it. Here, about to go again. Look. I don't want to watch it right now. I'm like, I just want to check and see if that's the page I'm looking for. Okay, thank you. Did a side job, gave an estimate, and chopped the wood. Life is good. That's good. And it all rhymes, right? Look at you. Nice, Misfit. That's good. That sounds like a lot of manual labor, though. Is it not manual labor, or is it easy for you because you're used to jiu-jitsu now, so chopping wood isn't that hard? And how much wood are we talking? Like, is it like a stump, and how thick is the stump? You know what I mean? Let's see here. Excuse me. I was supposed to do something else. Chords. Chords. I have to look that up. Hold on. Let me see. Hey, Oscar. Hey, Dean. Let me see here. Nope. And oh, okay, no. Hey. Nice to hear your voice. Oh, thank you, Oscar. How was your Memorial Day? What did y'all do? Did y'all fireworks today? I did hear some fireworks this evening. Did you cook? Did you just eat? Did you go to a cookout? Did you stay in? Did it rain? Did it pour for you? How was your Memorial Day? Let me see here. Mark. I'm still trying to find what was the first day. Maybe I put it in my thing here. Let me see. I might have. Let me see. What's my first? I probably put a check mark on it because I was so surprised at myself. Oh no, it's December. Interesting. Okay. Maybe I started going live on the 10th of January. We stayed in, but you heard gunshots or fireworks? What side of town you live on, Dean? You and us? Oh my goodness. Not the wood chipper. All right, Dean. I stayed home most of the day. It was nice. Okay, Oscar. Yeah. Excuse me. I did my walk as I normally do, and it was nice. It was quiet. Came back here. Some family came over for a little bit. Saw grandma. Then I did some stuff, showered, washed my hair and all that good stuff, and then anytime you wash your hair, it's like a 2-hour process. You gotta wash it, then you gotta detangle it and comb all that stuff. Figure out what you're gonna do with it. Hello, Robert. Yeah, so it's pretty quiet, pretty chill. Didn't do too much. Did watch some more television. I did watch the end of that show, that Sneaky Link show. I don't need to watch no more TV. I'm good. I don't want to watch nothing else. Unless it's like, are there like spiritual shows? I don't know. The only thing I feel like I want to finish is Maybe Suits or High Potential. High Potential I thought was good, but I don't think. I don't know. All right, Misfit. How are you, Robert? How was your day? Did you eat good? Did you travel? Did you see some family? Did you grill out, cook out, fireworks? What you do? Welcome if you're new to the chat. My name is Aysia Smiles. We talk about relationships, fitness, marketing, food, fun, all kinds of things in here. Enjoy. Enjoy. I want to say thank you to everybody who has already been watching extra lives. I really appreciate it. I am on the journey to get to 4,000 watch hours by my birthday, which is June 18th. So we are on the home stretch. And I want to say thank you because I did see almost a double the amount that I have been getting. So I want to say thank you for that. I appreciate that. Boop, 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 boop. Today was good, long though. I worked this old one. Okay. Oh, so you actually worked today, but it's probably a good day for it because you knew everybody was off. Gotcha. One is good. Yeah. Yeah. What is the longest? Have you ever had like I guess probably when you first started, like maybe like no cars for like a period of time, you know? You ever have like them lulls? But you seem like you sell at least one a day or one or two a day, so you must have a lot of cars on your lot. Or you get them in quite frequently. Yeah. When to eat barbecue? Bill Miller. Okay. Robert, you like a lot of barbecue, don't you? Because I feel like every time we talk, you doing some kind of barbecue, some kind of steak, some kind of rib or something. Okay, every couple of days. Okay, gotcha. Mm-mm. Okay. What's the prices on cars there in Texas? Is it like reasonable? How are your car taxes? How are your um like new car? Do you have like an astronomical new registration fee for brand new cars that you purchase? You know what I mean? Yes, I do. Yeah, you do a lot of barbecue. Come on, what do you think? Barbecue, barbecue, barbecue ribs, barbecue chicken, more barbecue. I guess it's a Texas thing, huh? Big on barbecue. Do you wear like cowboy boots and stuff? Would you consider yourself like a country boy? Because I guess Texas, I know y'all are like, you know, country because you're like Western. But I guess I wouldn't consider y'all maybe like cowboy. Are you country or what do y'all consider yourself in Texas? I guess is my question. Because I feel like Texas is just a very interesting space, but I don't know what you consider yourself that. Because like growing up in Florida, we don't consider ourselves Southerners. No, 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 no. We're Floridians. We're Florida. Like we know we're down at the very bottom, but we don't consider ourselves Southern. We're like we would rather call ourselves like a peninsula. Like we're Floridians, right? Like there is a stark difference. They're not Southern. It's not. You may have Southern hospitality, but we're not Southerners. South Carolina is Southern. This is Southern hospitality. This is Southern, right? Everything's slower here. Florida's faster. So it's a very different. So I'm curious about Texas. Like, what is the vibe? Because the people that I've met in Texas were not cowboys. They were not country. They were like, they live in Texas, but they're more business minded people. So I'm just curious. I sold a 2018 Dodge Charger today for 12,000. Okay. Really? Wow. Okay. That's a stark track. So like here, I don't know what it would go for here, but I know like if you buy a new car here in South Carolina or Columbia, I should say, I guess it's the state. Their taxes are so high that the cost of living used to be lower, but the taxes used to be so high. Like just because you got a car here, it was immediately like extra $250. Um, and then the car taxes. The newer the car, the higher the taxes, right? But it was like if you got a car, let's say a 2025. Now this was before I left. I don't know now, but before I left, if you let's say you buy a brand new car, a 2025, your taxes would be like $600 a year. And then they would come down a little bit by a little bit by a little bit every year. But it was like them car taxes was a beast. And that was before, you know, everything went up. So I'm curious to see what that looks like now because of just all the tariffs and stuff. Yeah, no, but that was before tariffs. That was before that. It was 600 easy. It was bright. Oh, white. 68,000. That was nice. 12,000. Wow. That's pretty good. So yeah, that's interesting. I would love to get a car from you, but there's a little problem. Like, who's going to get it to me? Because I'm not driving to Texas. Listen, the drive to Texas, I'm not taking. I'll fly, but then how is the car getting to me? Like I remember, I did get a car one time from like Minnesota or something. I don't know where that thing was from. It was definitely up north because the window tint on it was so dark. It was like a 5 tint, and it was so dark that I had gotten pulled over a couple times because it was like your tint is just too dark. And I was like, but it keeps the heat out. You know what I mean? It was like an all black car, so they was like looking and stuff. So I was like, oh my gosh. So I went and got a lighter tint on my windows because here the tint is 27. There, wherever it was, the tint it was like 5%. It was 5 on the sides, but the back was like I don't remember what the back was. I think I got a 20 on the back or something. I love that car. Um, wait. I only see 6 people watching, 4 likes. Yes, please like and subscribe and help me get to my journey of 4,000 watch hours by my birthday, June 18th. So I would love for you to like and subscribe. And if you have an extra time, please watch one of my old lives back. Either just put it on while you're sleeping or just play it back. I appreciate it. I had 72.50. What do you mean you had 72? Like you had put in $7,000 into it? Is that what you mean? What do you mean? I would bring it to you and fly back. Okay, gotcha. That's how you gonna drive it? Cause you know how far that is? Have you? That's like 12 hours. It's something ridiculous. I know it is. Cause I feel like I looked it up and I was like, ooh, no. Mm-mm. My limit on drives nowadays, unless I'm in like an RV or something, which I have not yet done. But my limit on drives right now is like 5 hours. 5, and that's it. We have done the drive to to Arkansas is like what I like to say, Arkansas, and it was like 10, and it's just too long. It's just way too long. That's too long. Mm-mm. And I was like, the time that you and I think it's the people that like, but it's not cheaper. It's not cheaper because that's 10 hours of my time, and it's usually longer than that because you have to stop, you have to eat, you have to rest, you have to switch. Then it's are you tired? Are you sleepy? Yes, I'm sleepy, and no, I don't want to drive. No. So then you got to turn around, and then you have to, and then you dread the drive back because that's just as bad. Then we have to like discuss then we have to discuss the concert. No. Give me Delta, please. Delta me, please, with my Sky Miles and my Sky Priority and my free drinks and my free food. Thank you. Oh, okay. So you bought it for okay. Gotcha. I think that's what I meant. Okay. Police have a tent meter now, though. I don't know. I guess it just depends on states and stuff, you know. You love road trips. I'm glad, listen, I don't mind Passenger Princess for a little bit, but I still don't want to do 10 hours. Like, as I'm sitting, I'm tensing up right now, and I'm thinking, I'm like, mm-mm. And because I did that handstand thing today, I'm already tight. Because, your first, anytime you do a new exercise, or if you use your muscles in ways that you normally don't, your body's going to tense up, right? So we call it acute delayed onset soreness, muscle soreness. Usually happens between 24 and 72 hours after you do a major workout or movement of your body that you have not done in a long time, which really makes you think, dang, you ain't moved these muscles in a minute, because why are you so sore? So that was me today. I was like, oh, wait a minute. I was like, don't you work out every day? I was like, I know, but sheesh. So I was a little tight today, so I didn't do my normal, but I was gonna do another class, and they didn't have one apparently, I guess because of the holiday. So I did attempt to do a handstand, and I did it twice. I was proud of myself, and then I went and sat down somewhere. But I did do some stretches today. But the thoughts of being in a car for no, that ain't no. I would need to be able to like lay out, lounge. You know what I mean? Like when I was on touring was different because I wasn't driving. Right? I never had to drive. And I've gone to Chicago one time, and it was about how many of us? Maybe about 8 of us. But thankfully, I never had to drive. I was like, you sure? No, girl, you don't got to drive. You hear me? Don't threaten me with a good time. But that was also a long time ago. The older I get, the less I want to do that. Okay. If I get an RV, I'm not driving. Just give me a comfortable seat, and I'm going to sleep. How you gonna get... Right, because somebody got to drive the RV, right? Oh my gosh, yeah. I'll let you know, bro. I appreciate you. Brother Dean, you're good at shooting game. I do 10 hours with you. Where are we going? Are you driving? That's a long time. You ask a lot of questions. I could already tell. I'm gonna need. I'd be like, if you ask me one more, like, if I think about it, like, I could have probably have gotten somebody to like drive me back to Atlanta, right? And then I think, but that's 3 hours. That's 3 hours. And I was like, Then they want to talk. We'll wait. We'll wait. We'll wait. It's like, or maybe we should go to Florida. Maybe we should just fly to Florida. I don't know yet. I don't know. I feel like something really amazing is about to happen. This birthday's gonna be really good. I can feel it. It's gonna be so good. We're not going anywhere, Q. Robert said he's gonna bring me a car. Okay, let me see. Robert, you can't get away from that long anyway, sir. That would be 10 hours, and then you have other obligations to tend to. Appreciate it, bro. And I just focus my aim on target and not. Oh, we talking about something else. Okay, brother. You better watch the road. How you gonna? Let me get them eat. I'm ready. Damn. That is the most beautiful thing. If I see Dean crying at somebody's wedding, it better be his own. If it's mine, I know I'm about to fall out. What? Not Mr. Hard, like tough as nails. I don't show emotion. I don't smile, but you gonna cry? Huh? Huh? My last name sounds nice. Thank you. Dean gonna get married first. For sure. Not Robert talking about now. I need to get one. What do you mean yours doesn't need to be all that good? What does that mean? I had a good one, but it was so stupid. You know, yeah. I've heard that so many times, but I've also, which is why I think men have midlife crises, um, at in their 50s, and women have our quote quote in our 40s. But the age difference is we say that women are about 11 years more mature than men are. And I think that's what the difference is. But it's like that wake up call. But you all just don't see it until it's taken from you. Until she's no longer, like, she's fed up, she's tired, she's done all the work, she's put in all the things, and like y'all are just clueless until after that. You're like, wait a minute, I thought it was good. I thought, but you had tuned her out so many times, right? That she wasn't even, you didn't catch it. He said, oh, I didn't think she was really gonna leave because she just kept saying it. She kept staying. Yeah. That part. Women say what they mean. Oh, hey, Gavin. Packing the mail. It's gone. Like how I smell. Cologne. I just signed a deal. I'm on. Yeah. Go where I want. We good. Play if you want. I have no idea. Yeah. I got no clue. I'm definitely wrong. No, you're not dumb though. I'd agree with that. You just weren't in that headspace, you know? I thought I just heard it. Robert, definitely bro. When you get her, be a triple threat. I want all y'all to get your person. You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't it be cool if I have my own like dating series on Netflix, and then like y'all had like couple? That'd be hilarious. What do you call these things? You know, like when you go to the ball games and you get like glaze covered pecans? That's what this is. I was trying to sneak them. And then I heard the TV loud today. And then all of a sudden I heard no TV. I was like, let me get them back here. Until I definitely grabbed my ring. Oh, that's adorable. I love it. Here you go, bud. Have you all imagined that you would get married one day? Like, have y'all ever had that, like, thought? I know women do all the time, but I'm just curious from a male perspective. Have you thought about being married? Have you thought about having a wedding? Have you thought about, like, what that would look like? What you would wear? How you would feel? Not necessarily the person, because I don't know. I think sometimes you take it too far if you think about the actual person next to you. But, yeah. Hey, Fab Rob. They were, but not chocolate covered. I'm thinking about getting those too. Come on, don't be fooled. All right, then. We're gonna get you a playlist. Oh, debate. I don't listen to no new stuff. You ain't gotta worry about it. I don't listen to no new stuff. The only stuff I've listened to because my concerts are blues and Southern soul is that. Yeah. I was listening to a little bit of oh my gosh, Tim's. And somebody just heard it. I was like, oh, I like it. Tonio Armani, but I think he's more like blues and Southern soul. Yeah. So you telling me when a woman says, okay, so you telling me when a woman says leave, she means it, because I used to get told that by a few women of my ex. Danielle is one of them, but they would cry or I think the ones you have might have been trying, and there's genuine like, hey, I'm leaving, and you'll know the difference in the energy, right? And then there's a energy of like trying to get you to do something, right? You know what I mean? Like a underlying ultimatum, but it's like really just like, I just want to see what you're gonna do kind of vibe, right? Like there's a, hey, I wish we could do this. Wouldn't it be nice if we did this? Wouldn't it be so and so? I would really like this. I want this. I want this. And you're like, okay, babe. Okay, yeah. Okay. And then you never do it. And over time, she just builds that, like, you know what? It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. And then she leaves. But what you sound like, Deem, is somebody who is saying one thing but doing something else, right? It's almost like she's saying it just so you can just retaliate, or like that, like makeup type stuff. Like she didn't really mean it, which is I don't mean that type. There's definitely a certain energy around someone who knows what she wants, or she may have gotten in a little too early. She may have let her guard down a little too soon. She may have not had established boundaries and stuff like that. And so she would be the type that's like, you know, she's probably the type to take home the mom, but you didn't either bring her around, or she was just really nice, really giving. And so she was doing all the things that she thought in her mind that she's supposed to do in order to show her efforts, when in fact it only did the opposite for you. It's like, because for women, we have to make you chase us as well, because if we just be like, oh, okay, I like him, so I'm just gonna let him know that, and y'all be like, yeah, but you didn't really like make me run for it, you didn't like really make me work for it, which is essentially what it seems like is your preference. So then on the flip side, the guys that were not really interested, it's like, no, 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 Roger, go home. No, Roger, no, Roger, no, 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 no. It's like, oh, she really likes me. No, she doesn't. It's just that interesting balance too. Just women and men are so different. So different. So now that's why it causes us to ask. I always say, ask better questions. Ask better questions, get better answers. Ask better questions, get better answers. Be watching these shows. He was with one of the girls, and then the next he got with one of the girls, and then the next day they had new people come in, and then his eyes was like, oh, I like her, and she had just, I was like, dang, you ain't asking enough questions. You ain't asking enough questions. And ultimately, he did not pick her, and he picked the other one. So, and then she said the same thing. And he was like, well, I mean, I kind of did some stuff with her, but like not really did some stuff with her. And then so he does some stuff with her. And then the next day he goes, well, I mean, I did go do the other thing with the girl. But you could have said that the night before, but you didn't, because you knew what you was doing. But yeah, ask better questions. Ask better questions. And I think it does you better if you're just honest. Let me see here. There. Women don't say what they mean. They say what they feel, which can change by the hour. We are emotional beings. Okay. I'll let you have that. I'm not gonna argue with you, kid. Sure. I always think of the actual person next to me. Okay, great. That's good. I mean, you have somebody, but if you didn't have somebody, then, but yes, that's fine. I'm going to give my future. Okay, Robert. So how are you doing, Gavin? He's going to be at my next concert, actually, Gavin. Yes, he's going to be at my next concert in July. We do have him, so we're really excited about that. It should be a sold-out show. I did listen to The Country Boy by Marcellus. I like that song. He has another song that's like 8 minutes long. I was like, where do we do that at? When did we go back to 8-minute songs? It was almost like a it wasn't like a ballad. It was like almost like a country song where it had like it was almost like a story. You know what I mean? Like it had a beginning, middle, and end type of story, but it was like a song. It was really interesting because I hadn't heard one. It was reminding me like a country song. Like you could almost like you were reading a book. Like he was reading a book, but he was singing. But it was good. I don't know what STG means. What is STG? It's hot. Where are you at, Oscar? I know. Who's sending hearts? I didn't even say anything. But thank you for the hearts. Please like and subscribe. If you have any extra time, go back and watch this live or any of my other lives and help me get to 4,000 watch hours by my birthday. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. All right, let's see here. Now I'm not gonna beg a woman to stay with me. Facts. I'll go as quick as I found you. Oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So you said you're not gonna beg. Will you have the conversation or you just out? Because I think that also is an interesting dynamic too. Like if she doesn't feel the way you feel, do you like okay bet and you're out? Like you didn't like take a second thought. You didn't think it through. Like maybe like what could have played out there? Is there something else? Is there another conversation that needs to be had, or it's just like, interesting. Like the guy on the show, he had started with another girl, wouldn't give her the time of day. She really liked him. He would not give her the time of day, and kind of like this other girl. So he started talking to the other girl, and then they kind of hit it off, but kind of not. It really kind of wasn't clicking. So then new girl came in the house, and he started liking the girl. Ended up, messing with her. Then this was towards the end. So then the parents and stuff came around, right? And his who did he have that came? I think it was his mom. No, it was his dad. His dad was like, "Have you changed your ways? Have you changed your ways?" He was like, "I want you to be like I used to be," because he was like, Dad used to be kind of out and about like that too. And so the girl was talking to her sister. They're having two separate conversations. She picks, and she doesn't have him meet her sister, which is one flag, right? Because it was interesting. So she meets the dad. They have a conversation. Ultimately, at the end, he goes and he wants to pick her. She goes her separate ways. And so I was trying to figure out if now does he go back to his old ways or is he going to actually be a new person? Because he used to bounce around like that. And then essentially that's what he did in the house. He bounced around. But then he didn't get picked. So I'm curious if he's wounded and he'll just go back to his ways, or he's going to be like, no, I'm gonna pick one and make that work. I don't know. That's what I can't get out of my mind. I really took her for granted. That dude got her, married her quick. Isn't that crazy, right? You like, but what is the term? It's horrible to say, but one man's trash is another one's treasure, right? And who's to say he might have been just like you right before her, right? He might have been just like you right before her. And so he was like, oh no, this is the one. How do you feel, Gavin? I brought another feeling I've lost a few good and thought of every day before. Hey, Fab Rob. It's nice to have a friend. Yes, Oscar. Oh, nice. You gotta go out more places. Do you go out a lot, Robert? Have you stopped boxing? Are you finished now? Because we are at the end of May. Would I date an entertainer? No. I've been around for a long time. You be a long time. The amount of places that they go, the amount of cities that they go to, and there's always somebody, right? Probably like in your ear, out of your ear. I don't. Unless he only has eyes for me. No, I don't even see that with an entertainer. No, they have a lot of options, so they don't necessarily are tied down. Even the ones who are married aren't tied down. Seen a lot of things. Patience is a virtue, you know, because just because you have a ring does not mean it's binding. It may be binding for her, but it generally is not binding for him. And generally, he's not wearing it anyway. He's not on tour with the wedding ring on his finger. I'll put it that way. Okay. I'm doing good. Got a lot accomplished this weekend. Ready to get more done in the morning. That commercial office building has some major renovations that have to be made. So, oh, good. Congratulations, Gavin. That's great. And now I just don't like swearing to God anyway. So you know, that's on you. Okay. Glad I know it though. If you didn't have anyone, you'll be thinking of 3 people. Huh? I don't know what that means. I'll conversate to try to get an understanding of the situation. But if something that can't be fixed, I'll gladly gotcha. Okay, that's fair. Misfit, I didn't even know you were still in here. Good night, Misfit. Have a good night. I don't even know he's gone because I just got here. Let me see here. I am Mount Vernon, New York. Oh, nice. Yes, it might be a little chilly up there. Mount Vernon. Day 27? Wow, that's so good. Night, Miss Fit, we love you. Damn, I feel you, bro. I also do the same. I once went cold turkey for Mary Jane for almost 7 years. So what made you go back if you had got rid of it for 7 years? How old are you, Fat Rob? Light a candle. Okay. How about getting married? Ain't nothing to to it, but to do it. But as we said before, currently we're not equally yoked. She's working towards it, but she's got a steep slope to climb before she's ready. Yeah, I think, yeah, you can't rush anybody. If you rush anybody, it won't work out. And both of y'all are very young. You're a country boy, but I think she's a little bit more city. The type of man you want will always have options, regardless of his career. It's up to him to maintain discipline. You said an entertainer, and I just said no. No, thank you. I just know. I'm not upset. Do I look upset? Why would I be upset? Ow. Yeah, you can't control her path, though. The 3 people you be thinking of: your mom, your grandma, and Crystal. I was looking at the word to find out if I could see the answer. I didn't see it in there. Because I live in the Bay Area, it's plenty. Q versus delayed gratification. Understanding that it takes a lot to get a goal. So self-teaching to gain knowledge, saving and investing. I'm not saying financial. Hey girl. Hey Fab Rob. How was your day? That's fair. So would you be you said she needs to know how to make the ends meet without help. Hey Abraham. So would your end goal be like 50-50, or your end goal would be like you would take care of everything, but you want to make sure she's still financially sound? What do you mean? Because with 10 kids, I'm not working anything. I'm not going to any job, eh? If we still on 10 kids, shoot, the only thing she is barefoot and pregnant. So she won't have to worry about nothing financially, because I'm not taking care of none of that. Take care of all these kids you got me taking care of. So, look, I don't even see bills. I don't know what you're talking about. Robert, listen. Can I get a day off? You talking about no contention. Can I get a day off? You know how refreshing it is? Hello. Oh, good night, Oscar. Good night. Yes, that's true, but I don't have anyone. I'll be thinking of me, myself, and I outside my family, of course. Okay. Today, excuse me. And yesterday I got to see some. That's beautiful, Fab Rob. Yes, good night, Oscar. They're hibernating. Right. They're gonna have to come out with some different stuff. Cause everything they done threw out, they could take back. Right. Deem, you didn't know that? That's why, right. You didn't know that? That's why I was like, Rain, I was like, girl, I say, make sure you take your time, girl. That's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, yeah, the angle, I'm going to be handling it all. But I'm not enabling lack of adulting. Like, I need her to be able to make it happen. God, I can't. Ooh, listen. If you will tell, listen, if I would have 10 kids and you were to leave, I'm coming to go get you. Don't you? Don't worry. Look, you ever seen What Dreams May Come? You ain't got her. I'm finna come get you. I don't know. Look, you don't know how spiritual I am. Oh, we gonna fight. And when I bring you back over here, don't play with me. Do not play with me. Mm-mm. Shoot. Mm-mm. Hey, Nandy. Is it Liker? Hello, Liker. Are you new to our chat? Welcome, welcome, welcome. A whole neighborhood. Look, my stomach hurt just by him saying 10. And my back. If one more person asks me, if somebody what's for dinner, if somebody call my name, we say call ma one more time. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Whew. 10 kids. I mean, do you know somebody that has 10 children? Do you know of anybody that has 10 children? That you know of personally? We're not talking about Nick Cannon. I'm not saying I'm gonna leave. I'm a father before a daughter all day. I'm saying if I can't, as far as get mentally enabled or pass away. That's what I meant. I meant the pass away part. I say if you die, I'm coming to get you. You ain't finna leave me with 10 kids. There's a movie called What Dreams May Come. And so now it wasn't about children. It was the premise was they did have children, and so the children actually had passed away, and so she had gotten really depressed, and she didn't know how to take it, and so she had taken her own life, and so he went to the underworld to go get her. Yes, you've seen it too, right? That was a good movie. I still got that movie on DVD. What Dreams May Come. Mm-hmm. So that's why I said, listen, if you leave me with 10 kids, you better believe I'm gonna come get you. Because I truly don't believe, with all the stuff that I've learned and studied, I truly do not believe people just are taken. I think it is a choice. I think it may be a subconscious choice you may not be aware of, that you're because nobody's ever in your head all day. But even the fact that it was Robin Williams and Robin Williams chose to take his own life and he was in that movie, tells me that I think our our thoughts are very powerful. And so I do think even if you were to die in a car accident or die, you know, even when you say, "Oh, well, I want God to take me quick." He says, "Okay." And then he takes you, right? And he was like, "Well, dang, like how did it happen so suddenly?" But you never knew what was in that person's head though. Right? You never knew what was in that person's head all day long. Like when Twitch, took his which com and he's on um what's his show? He was on Ellen, right? And so that's why I'm very mindful now of people who are always so funny, who are always the comedian. They're always the life of the party because that sometimes is a facade for something deeper. There are deeper underlying issues there that have just not been resolved, have not been addressed. And so you sugarcoat it with really sweet stuff or really funny stuff, but there's deeper stuff there. So that's why I'm always like, hmm. And people are very overachievers, like yourself. There's a book called The Gap in the Gain. And in The Gap in the Gain, he talks about how much it's by Dr. Benjamin Hardy and Dan Sullivan. And he talks about, he said, the people who commit the most suicides are the people that are, you think it would be drug dealers and stuff like that, but it's the people who thought they'd be further along in life. They thought they'd be somewhere by now and they're not. And so they're usually one of the most successful people, but because they put so much stipulations on the way that their life is supposed to go and the way that it's supposed to go, that they take their own lives. And so once I read that, I was like, ooh, it's just slow down, step back. Because I was hard on, like, I got to do this, I got to do this. And so now there's a term called manufactured manifestation, in which you are trying to force some things like, okay, I got to have this and I got to do this. And so you're trying to line everything up and it's not going the way that you want. And so, it's essentially like you are doing 80% of the work and you're trying to let the universe do the last 20. But in actuality, it should be the other way around. It should be you doing 20%, making moves, taking action, but not trying to force it and allowing God and the universe to do the other 80% and letting the things happen. And so it's essentially like, you like steering the ship, but you're not in the control room. You're not, in the engine and putting the gas. You know what I mean? Like you're just steering it, but you're not trying to create the entire car, you know, or the ship, whatever you want, whatever transportation you want to put. Um, it's a good one. 5 minutes, man. Put it in the same skillet, huh? Hold on, wait a second. If it takes 5 minutes to cook one egg, how many? Oh, you said that last week though. Robin, that was a good one. Also, I don't have to watch it. Yeah, everybody who dies doesn't choose. So, we can purchase it. Did you read the book that I told you to read? The Power of the Unlimited Imagination? It's a great book. It's a great book. Unless you think it was, sometimes I think it's like, oh, you've been rerouted. Or was it like past trauma from a previous life, right? Like let's say you took your life in the last life, so then you come in this life without an arm or without a leg, or you have something tragic happen to you because of your past life. I believe in stuff like that too. It was a good story. Goes to question afterlife. Yeah, it's a good. I like it. Was there a scene with Robert Williams on large steps talking to creatures for angels? I don't remember that part. The universe is the only thing I go 50-50. Memory, hello. Oh, we have somebody new. Memory? Hello, Memory. Thank you for joining our live. We go live every night, 10:30 Eastern Daylight Time. Glad you joined us. Come in and join the chat. We are talking about afterlife and relationships and all kinds of stuff. Y'all ever watched that? What? No, I don't know what you're talking about, Nandy. Nandy, do you have any thing to add about the conversation that we're currently having? About either manifesting, manufacture manifesting, surrender manifestation. Are you, people who are highly successful? Right. I thought about that too. I was like, Friday has so many people. But I think he was trying to change the subject because I think Nandy does not like serious topics. Mm-hmm. That sounds like karmic castration. I've read about that too. Coming to new life with less from having abundance in the previous life. Yeah. It's so interesting, right? It's so interesting. Wasn't here for the initial conversation. We're talking about a lot of stuff. I don't even know how we first we talked about Robin Williams, and we talked about money. Okay, I know how we started. Gavin said that he wanted 10 children. And we also talked about him wanting somebody who was financially sound and could make good decisions. So I said that although I understand that you want somebody who's financially sound, if she's having 10 children of yours, I don't think she has to worry about money because you're supposed to handle all that, right? At that point, she's not worried about any bills and stuff because she's raising all 10 of your children. He said, but if anything should happen, I said, well, if it were me and you passed away, honey, I'm coming to come get you. Cause you not finna knock me up cause I can't. Who finna take me after I got 10 kids? No, Let me come get you. Let me put on my shoes. Tomorrow we going. I'll be right back, honey. I'll be right back. Tomorrow, give me an hour. I'll be back. Listen. And so then that started the whole thing about there's a movie called I can't think. I just said, well, Dreams May Come with Robin Williams, and so he goes to get his wife in afterlife and bring her back. So that's kind of what started all this. You're saying Nandy has an issue with depth. Cute. I meant Pops. See, he just answered your question. Andy, when was your last serious relationship? Even though she won't be a breadwinner with him, that discernment carries over into how she's raising their children. Then I would say these questions probably should have been had before she flew all the way to go see him and spend time with him and do all those things, is what I would say. And and stop rushing and being so fast. But I digress. I'll be right back. Did you say O's? Did y'all have that question? When did that financial question happen? But he knew that when she had that large cart. Yes? Right? When she was like, oh my God, he paid off my stuff. He knew that then. You knew that then. I mean, fast, slow. All we can control is the oh, yeah. The way y'all be thinking, it just mind blows. I'm just being mind blown. Just be mind blown. Because they were talking, they were so fast. Remember how fast they were? She flew and saw him in a week, right? Was it like a week and a half? You can't know anybody in a week. It's too soon. I was like, y'all take your time. You don't know anybody. You don't know. She didn't even say about the 10 kids until she came back. She found out about the 10 kids. On her way back, she was like, he wants 10 kids. That should have been before you left. Let me see here. Hello, Nasir. Hi, my sweet. Hello. Yeah, that was right. Exactly. Not until that was probably after y'all had done some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it needs to be on the front end. All that kind of stuff. I know. That's why I told you, Robert. You know how when you are in the medical field, there's a term. There's that Q word called, man, it's quiet tonight. They say, don't say the word. Because when you say the word, things happen. So you don't say the word. And that's what you did, Robert. That's what you did. Hello, Junior. How are you? Hello, Nasir. How are you? Thank you for joining our chat tonight. Come in, come in, come in. Join the conversation. Say hello. How are you? Are you new to us? My name is Aysia Smiles. We talk about all kinds of things. I know, but it's not the same. Robert already said what he needed to say. It already happened. So quiet doesn't mean anything in this particular chat. Robert already said it. Yeah, which was when she had already spun the block. Right, that's what I'm saying. So it's almost as if like and it's like it's not just you, but it's like ask better questions. Ask better questions. Ask better questions. Because it's usually after the block has been spun, then the real stuff comes out. It's almost like when you see a product on the shelf, like, oh my god, that looks so good. Like, oh, it's packaged real nice. It looks right, like there are no dents in it or nothing. Um, it looks like it's a great price. It looks like it's great quality. It looks like it's gonna be able to last you for a while. And then as soon as you get in there, you be like, this is not what I thought it was. Or, something is missing, something is broken in it, and you couldn't tell by the box. Or, you know what I mean? Like, they're just all the little things that happen that start to come loose. And it's like, okay, well, can I work with this? Can I work with that? Well, that's not really what I thought. Or now you got to call customer service. Now you're on hold. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of parts to it. And so when you are very young, you will put all these, you're just jumping in with both feet. But I mean, that's the experience you have to have. We can only lead you so far as elders. Not me calling myself an elder, but I can tell you some things. Like you say, lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I can advise you these things. You ultimately have to have the situation. I do think you are a great person. I do think she is a great person. I do think y'all jumped in a little too fast. But I feel like the people in this chat seem to kind of quantum leap, I'm like, I guess it's my spiritual thing because y'all be quantum leaping like a mug in here. Right? Because Dean was like, we're going to take it slow and moved in 3 weeks. So, y'all do what y'all do. Life be lifing. So, but the only thing I can say is my attempts to just give you a sense of direction, you know. Essentially, it is always going to be that you have to, you know. Oh, asking the right questions does a lot, though, right? It moves the needle, and so that way, if you see the red flags and you overlook them, that's a completely different story, right? But if you didn't even know they were there and you were just right, love is like really blind, then that's the difference, right? It's like, hey, but if you ask more questions, then you get to know. What I think is essentially happening is she found she found a liking to him, and I do think he's a great guy. I think he's probably more business driven, success driven than she initially thought, right? Because she just went by a song in the chat and a picture, and she was off to the races. And so she did find a good one because men at 21 are not built like Gavin. They are not built like Gavin. So she did find a needle in a haystack. What she did not realize was that he was very much following a path. And so in his eyes, there is no room for her to essentially like find herself in his path. He already knows where he's going. And I think that's where she's still going to have to do that on her own. And I don't know that she would know that at 23. Because I feel like I'm still doing it now. I'm still trying to figure out what it is that I really like. So I don't know that she would know that just yet. And I think if she did decide to commit and do that, I think at some point they're going to hit a bump. Will they overcome the bump? That's for them. You know, because he's really set in his ways, which is very rare at his age. So it's just interesting to see what that looks like and how that plays out because, yeah. Mm. I like all the couples in this chat. It's just interesting to see where everybody lands, Mm. Stirring the spiritual pot. I said it. Watch Boss Dog or TV pop up. I mean, that'd be cool too. I haven't seen Boss Dog, so I'm slightly concerned because it's been too long. She's too elusive. Ask my question will get you so far. Hey Jay, what up, Q? Do you know JQ? We only learn so much in the interview process. You have to hire them. I won't be landing no time. I mean, I guess it's a sticky situation to be in because there will be like when you know until you know that you won't know. But touche. I see the bump on the way as well, but I'm durable enough to handle it. We'll see if she is. Yeah. If you all were just like, if y'all were our age, it would be a different story. I feel like, you know what I mean? Because who's to say? At 23, I don't even know if I had like solid relationships by then. Like maybe one or two, but I wouldn't even like. Honestly, I don't even feel like any of mine were really like great. Like if I think about all the things that I value now, I don't. I'm like, maybe one, but yeah, that's about it. It's by 23. Yeah. Mm-mm. But society for Black women is a little different, right? We're raised to go and get educated and do those things first, whereas our other counterparts are raised to go to school to find a husband. That's their culture. They go to school, they go to college to find their husband so that they can, go ahead and marry real quick and then start a life. So it's just a different dynamic. Facts, Robert. Facts. You hear me? Let's travel. Shoot. Mm-hmm. Let's go. So I need human older ladies. So I mean, she's a little older than you, but she hasn't really had the life stuff yet. So, but there is a study that says that older women and younger men is a thing right about now. So you could probably go up to 5 or 6 years older because you have a good head on your shoulders, so you kind of know what you want. But you also need somebody who want 10 kids. So I think that's really gonna be your right there. She gonna have to love children. So we'll see. I'm still rooting for you and Rain. kids is a lot. Sheesh. You don't want to come down like 5, 6? Sheesh. You're not okay with a basketball team? Like a team only needs 5. I think that's probably her like 10 because right. Everything, should go right and will go right for you all. And I'm sure you'll, I'm gonna leave it alone. I want everything to go right with you all. So I'm rooting for you and Ray. Y'all let me know how it goes. And while it's quiet tonight, I'm gonna do my nails since it's quiet. Okay. Is that Cave? What's up, Aysia? What's up, everyone else? I just rewind the live low, and I'm curious about your understanding on past lives. I'm clueless on it. Oh, okay. So what's your exact question, Caveman? I guess. Gavin, get an order lady. Thank you later. Oh my goodness. So but Caveman is new. So Caveman don't know about Rain. He's got a good one though. She's just younger. Y'all need to go on a trip. Yeah. I would not be outnumbered. Listen, I don't want no number. I don't want nobody knocking at my door. The room you're in, 0. Study was conducted by an older woman. I put money on it. It was actually one of the guys I follow, one of the dating coaches I follow. He said it was a good mix. It was a good pairing. So that's why I like him. But why would you think it was an older woman that said younger man? I wouldn't have said that. But what's interesting is you would think older, wiser. That's not necessarily the case. The study was more so that the younger he was, not the younger he was, but younger means he was a little bit more devoted to her. And he's still kind of infatuated by her. And then the fact that I guess she's an older woman, which is probably maybe somewhat also like a fantasy that you're with an older woman, but also the fact that even though she's older, it also could give like a little bit of I don't want to say like a mommy, but she has a good head on her shoulder, and she will kind of help keep you on the straight and narrow because you are younger than her, right? So I think it also has something to do with that because isn't Sierra older than him, right? Sierra's older than Russell, right? It's quite a it's a few. It's a lot of them actually. It's a lot. One of the Jonas brothers and what's her name? Let me see. Bianca Chopra, I think it is. Oh yeah, and so Q actually has an older woman. Nobody told you to go that high. That's a lot. And so I'm glad you said that. No more than 5, right? How old are you? Good, because that means I'm out. I'm glad you said that. How old are you again? 33? 32? I don't know. I have no clue about anything dealing with past lives. Okay. On that trip, I'm trying to pull a bonnet off. I look like Bob Felicia up on here. No, I'm about to be 39, so it's more like 5.5, 6. So I already just disqualified. So I'm cool with that. So, right? I want you to stay within your numbers. You see what happens when you step outside that. It don't work right. Mm-hmm. You'll be 20. Oh, you were a Leo. Oh, so many of them. So many. All this fire in this chat. But you seem like a very smooth. You're like a slow burn, but like a powerful burn. I don't know. It's just you have an interesting dynamic about you, Gavin. Nandy, Nandy don't take nothing serious. Um, Now he born August 10th. That's the. I was trying to be disqualified. We're gonna find you somebody cute. I'm sure of it. That's what they say. The ones that burn the brightest dim the quickest. True. Like matches, right? When you light a match, real big flame, and it dies out real fast. I'm being honest. I was born August 10th. I could show you my birth. Hey Siri, play. She's playing hard to get by high five. Shout out to all the Leo brothers in this thing. That says a lot about your extracurricular activities, Cave, though. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that says a lot of your extracurricular activities. How are you doing with that? Are you still on the straight and narrow path? Are you still locked in? There's a book called The Power of the Unlimited Imagination by Neville Goddard. And, well, that talks about, that's more of a biblical book. So maybe not that. There's a movie that, we were talking about past lives before you got on. So the movie is called, it's by Robin Williams. It's called, oh my God. Why I can't think of it right now. I just said it, right? What is it? What I said was um. Think of it. Oh, I was talking about contact. It'll come back to me. Somebody put it in the chat. What Dreams May Come. That's it. By Robin Williams. What Dreams May Come. And that talks about him going to get his lady from the other side. Or she was essentially they said she was in the in between. In between, like she hadn't quite crossed over yet. So she was in the in between so he could go get her. But there are a lot of different things. So there's, reincarnation, which you are essentially having several lives. In each life, you learn something new or you bring in something from a past life. That's why you have soulmates. There's discussion that soulmates carrying you throughout different your life, different lives. And so you meet them in different areas and different places. Like in this, like, let's say for an instance, we're all soulmates. In this particular pairing, like, you're all in the chat with me. And in another lifetime, you might have been brothers, you might have been uncles, you might have been boyfriends, you might have, you know what I mean? So like they carry with you in different parts of your journey, but they're different people to you at different times. So yeah, I mean, there's just, we could go on, we could talk about this for a while. And then we talked about if, let's say, if you did do something to somebody, or something was, or you took your own life, then in the next life you have kind of repercussions of that stuff. So you come in with maybe a limb that's missing, or you come in where some karmic debt has to be paid in order for you to have this particular life, and then you have to work through it. So it's just a lot of things, because everything is a manifestation of the things that are around us and the things that are happening to us. So that's where that mirror comes in at. Like, your subconscious is always talking to you. And I was talking to a lady today, and she was talking about how she had been sick recently, but she was feeling better. And so I told her, I said, don't stress. But I also reminded her that usually when you are sick, that's only because your mind has been trying to get your attention for quite some time. And so the only way your mind is able to tell you about what's going on with you is this, to bring it out through your body. So they're like, eczema is not necessarily eczema. Eczema is usually leading to something else. It's something else within you that you're not dealing with, and so it comes out in different ways. Everything that we have in this lifetime, or anything that you have, physical ailments or something, usually stems from something. It's either something that you ate or something that you're dealing with, and you thought you could hide it, and so it's showing out in other ways to get your attention. Hey, this isn't working. I don't like this. It's almost as if your body is like, it's like if you're having a relationship, you're the bad partner, right? You're the conscious person that you are is the bad partner. So your body is trying to tell you, hey, I don't like this. I don't like when you do this to me. I don't like when you do this. I don't like the way you speak about me. I don't like how you act around me or act around others. I don't like what you say to me in private. And so your body is always telling you what it doesn't like. And then it's almost as if you don't listen. And so it's like, okay, you know what? I'm out. And you know what happens when you're out. That was such a good analogy. I'm going to have to save that. Okay, so you're going to take the guy who said he was born August 35th. Seriously, but not me. Huh? You really interpret that as August? He should. August, Nandi, you are a character if I've ever seen one. You still didn't say any info on past or even next lives. I know. I gotta know. Okay. I think I just explained that to you just now. Yes. Um, there can be more research done on it because I do think that I've only scratched the surface on that stuff. Excuse me. Ooh. But I've gotten to the point now where I don't fear it in the same way. Like I used to be fearful of death. And so now I've gotten to the point where after reading The Alchemist, it said when you die, you become the soul of the earth. And that was very soothing to me. And now after reading about past lives and stuff, I don't think we just die. I think we just go to the next thing, right? Because we're always in order in this lifetime, you have to fail at many things in order to succeed. So if that's the case, then why would we only have one life? I'm like that it's not enough time, right? In this one short life, you blink. We blinked and it was May, right? You blink again, it's going to be December. So in this short amount of time, and if we have to mess up to get it right, then why would this be the only life we would live forever? That doesn't even sound remotely like it makes sense. So, yeah, I don't feel like that now. I feel like once this ends, I get another one. Or I kind of feel like once this ends, I'm going to be like, okay, so like, how well did I do? Because at that point, once I've passed on and I've gone on, I'll get kind of like the summary, like how I did. I was like, dang, I missed that. You know, like on my awareness walks when I walk and I see like, did I hear God? Did I do something? You know, like did I catch the dime on the ground? Did I catch this? When somebody said this and I didn't take that door, that probably was the door that led to that door. And I instead of me taking 10 steps to get to where I would have been, I could have took it in 3, but I missed that sign, right? Those are the things that I think of now. So I just have fun with it now. I don't stress about it as much as I used to. Like like I don't have enough time. I did have to do something. I have to do that. That's why I said I would like to have children, but I don't feel like once I saw the study that said women are having babies well into their 40s. I've seen women in their 50s. I don't feel the pressure of it. Um, not in this lifetime. I was like, oh, if I don't have them in this lifetime, I have them the next time. Or I don't have to rush and have a baby at 40 because I'm about to be 39, right? I'm just enjoying the process and seeing what unfolds for me. And I'm just now doing handstand, learning how to do handstands at almost 39. I was like, so by the time I turn 39, I'm gonna do some really good handstands, and I feel like I'm reliving my youth, and it's probably the best I felt in years. Probably since I was in my youth. Let's create soul ties, Asia. I'll keep you entertained until. Oh, my bad. I really need the whole. I read it the whole. Vegan Viking. Don't follow Q up. Asia holding out for Dr. Dr. Sebi, he dead? Is he not dead? Hold on. Let me just double check. Because I thought they would come Dr. Sebi. You... Yes, he died in 2016. He was like the age of my grandmother. Oh yeah, I've been staying strong. No more slanging crazy parties. It seems like I'm getting a lot more female attention all of a sudden, but I'm not falling for it. Yes. So once your energy starts to increase and you are withholding and you are focusing on yourself, that is how you know that it's working. That is how you know that your energy is working, because you are going to attract a lot of people your way. So stay on the course until you are sure that you want to get off of it. But keep doing what you're doing. You're like Misfit. Misfit's doing what, 27 days, no alcohol, and then you're doing your with staining abstinence. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. but you'll feel the energy around you because you'll start to see things differently. You'll hear more things. And now you'll see the people who are actually there for you as opposed to just, just enjoying your presence. Yeah. Do I believe in reincarnation? I do. Yes, Nandy. That's deep, though. And I definitely want to hear more about it. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm convinced Aysia was the girl next door in my past life. What girl next door? Like your girl next door? I don't know. Because it could have been, what if it was cute? That, like, in the past life, I'd have been like, oh my gosh, it's cute, it's cute. And then you like, no, not interested. And then, so now I'm coming back to my, wait a minute. Nah, boo, I remember that from last time. And I got time for that. You dissed me in the last life. You will not diss me in this one. I will not be dissed in 2 lives. Okay. Where do I start? Who should I trust when it comes to learning about the whole past life thing? Like, do you have any suggestions? You're still in your youth. So, Cave, I would just say, I guess I would start with just look into it. Start into reincarnation. You can look into that for sure. Certain religions do it. I think it's Hindu that does reincarnations, I think. And then there are people who talk about soul contracts. I follow a lady on Instagram who talks about different soul contracts. And at certain ages, what your body does and what you're learning and what you're going to encounter at certain ages. So I mean, there's so much. I guess you have to probably start with what's the most interesting to you and start maybe Googling that. And then here's what's interesting about that is because your subconscious is already intrigued about it, there will be things that you will naturally find that will, after we have this conversation, I promise you, you'll find something on YouTube, you'll find something on Google, and it'll start to show you different things about reincarnation, talking about past lives and stuff. So generally, when you start looking into stuff like that, that's when you also start to find out what things you're holding on from a past life that you brought into this life. There will be times where you are having like you're really having a visceral response to something and you don't know why, and generally it may be something that happened either to your ancestors or something to you in a past life. Like I have known people who are like really like anti domestic abuse, like, but they never experienced it and they were so like, I'm gung-ho, no, I don't want any of that. And it's like, well, why do you, like, I get it that you don't want it, but why do you have such a strong opinion about it and you've never seen it? Like, parents were together all their life and stuff, like, why would that be a thing? But it could be something as it happened in the past life, maybe, maybe in the past life that is how they passed, you know what I mean? So certain things like that. So the past life stuff is very interesting. It's very interesting. Global consciousness helping to advance us for generations. Now there's no life I would do that, Asia. Ooh, listen, in your younger years, Q. Q was a player in the last life. I agree. Asia, do you know anything about Santeria? No, I'm not familiar with Santeria. Let me see here. Did I? Is it a song? Oh, because when I typed in Santeria, the only thing came up was a song by Sublime. So I was like, huh? So what about the life before that though? So here's the thing about Q. Q said he was. What did you say you were? You didn't say you were a star seed. What did you say you were? So you've had past lives. Generally, there also is a belief that people who have are young and have immediate wealth, that they probably are in their very beginning stages of soul, of like they just like newer souls, because they find success quickly, whereas the ones who come in with a lot of karmic debt, or they knew that they wanted to be better, they come in with a lot more stuff that they have to overcome, a lot more obstacles they have to overcome to become that person. It's just so interesting. So much. There's a podcast called Higher Self. There's also a lady by the name of Erin Lyons. I really like her. Her and her husband have a podcast together. She talks about a lot of past life stuff. She talks about a lot of karmic stuff, and how she found her husband. And she said they were together in past lives prior to. I'm gonna see if oh my gosh, let me see if I can find it. But I think you would she would be a good one for sure, for sure. Erin Lyons, Lyons, Lyons. And Erin is a lady, so Erin, Erin. Yes, Erin. But I would start with her and kind of binge watch some of her stuff. She's really good. And she got her awakening. We were talking about plant medicine the other day. She got her awakening, um, but when she took LSD, and so she was like, then she saw all the things that she's like, I can't unsee them. And so she had been on a journey, little by little. And so her story with her, how she met her husband, is very interesting. Like, his stuff is so more traumatic than hers. Like, he almost died in like a fire. So you can see like he's got like you know, like skin stuff. Actually doesn't look bad per se, but he was like he had to surrender because he was having so much turmoil and so much stuff going back and forth with his stuff. And then so once he like surrendered, then like the next, I want to say like within the week of him coming out of the fire or something, or a couple weeks out of the fire, then he meets her. And and so imagine meeting somebody and you literally just got like you just almost got burnt up, you almost lost your life, and then you meet the love of your life. Like, their stuff is very interesting. But great question, Cave. Thank you for asking, because that literally just took me down a whole rabbit hole. Let me see. Did you find her? I was trying to see if I could find the exact one that I watched, because I had been following her for a while, and then I saw him and her on a thing one time, and I didn't realize that they were actually like married until I seen her on another podcast. Q, I see you. Wait. No, there was no life I would do that. Shine. Q was a player. Let me see. Do you know anything about Centurion? It's old school belief. I've always been loyal. Soul in both this life and the past. That smile made me think you lying. He finally Finally. Is it a new moon? What's today? Oh, I done missed it. Today's 27th now. Okay, are you Cuban? Okay, I see you. I'm just a regular American black. But even if you know up into the 1800s, that's even good though, right? Like, to know that much. I promise y'all, when I was on the other side of town when I flew the first time I flew here, the first time I flew back here, and I was staying at that Airbnb. I walked around and they had like this little like at the end of the neighborhood, they had a little like cemetery, great like little cemetery. And I was like, oh my God, that's just so interesting. And it was like 9 graves there. And when I looked over, they had like people who were born in like 1700s. And I was like, how do you have people on this? I was like, I think that was probably the oldest that I've ever seen. Right? And you know what I mean? Like, as opposed to like when you like read graves and stuff. I was like 17. And I was like, wait, am I in one of these? Was I Sarah back in the day? Was I one of them? I was like, I don't know, child. I'm having too much fun with this stuff. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Yes, Aaron Lyons. You got it. Aaron, Erin, yeah. What's your opinion on psychedelics? I mean, I haven't tried any like that. I haven't really tried mushrooms that like that. But I know people do ayahuasca and stuff like that. So I'm not opposed to it. I just haven't done it. I was gonna watch that later. I'm gonna put that on play because I need to watch that. It's 23 minutes. Ooh, I'm gonna watch that right now. I was gonna look for Aaron. But great question, Andy. Yeah, Cubans and West Africans typically research a lot of African beliefs, but I don't necessarily follow them. I love them. Oh, you love them, Kay? Really? What have you done? No schism, but I googled her. Is she one of us or no? Aaron? Yeah, Aaron's one of us. I'm gonna give you. Hold on, wait. I want to watch this one. Oh, ooh. Oh, wait. She just posted a video a day ago. I have not watched it yet. It says the truth about polyamory, divine union, and sacred feminine desire. And so that, brother, is for you. That is perfectly aligned with you right there. So go listen to that one. Her name is Aaron Lyons TV. Is her YouTube channel. She just posted this yesterday. It says a day ago. The truth about polyamory, divine union, and sacred feminine desire. Okay? I think that's right in line. Because I saw that and I was like, oh, I need to watch that, but I never got to it. But now you brought up, that was for you. That was for you. Look how all this runs. I love how this stuff like lines up. Do. No such thing as coincidences. That was for you. He wants Aysia has an opinion to be best of luck trying to change it. Do you think people can change in 4 months? You think you would have drastic changes? I don't know. I think I've changed a lot in 4 months, but I'm being as honest as you are to me to you. Right? That's what I'm doing. I was probably Indian in her past life. Yeah, but I know was slaves until 1880s because they were in a small town in Texas. Like I remember my great grandmother telling me stories of her grandmother. Okay. And her grandma and her parents were real life slaves. I get kind of pissed every time I think about it. Right? Like I walked in a cotton field and I said I refuse. And this could be a visceral response that I have from a past life, right? Or ancestors of mine. Because I will be in a cotton field, but I refuse to even pull it off the tree because that seemed like I would have picked cotton, and I will not do it. You will not say that I picked cotton, so I will not pull it off a tree, even if I'm in the field. Even if I'm in 2025, I will not pick it off that tree. Not me. Shrooms, LSD, peyote, just the regulars. I'm kind of scared to do Shama. It'll tap into memories and feelings I haven't dealt with. But it seems as if you're trying to dabble in it and you just haven't fully committed, though, right? Because if you've tried everything else, then why not try the thing that you know that probably right? So the things that you're most fearful of is the things that you're essentially meant to do, right? So you might find some crazy awakenings, though, because you seem like you've tried the other things, though. Just the regulars. Right, Nandy, exactly. He said just the regulars. Yeah, they're considered a lower level when it comes to that kind of stuff. Yeah. Because I've heard people have had some stuff. But if you listen to Aaron Lyons, and then the guy is called Higher Self Podcast. His name is Danny Morell. And he talks about, he has he does a 3-day event where he does stuff. He doesn't do the medicine stuff. He can do the medicine stuff, but he's not been doing the medicine stuff. And they're getting the same results within them 3 days that you would get with that. So I would say if you wanted to dive into both of them. So Aaron Lyons TV and then Danny Morell, the Higher Self Podcast. He's got 1 million subscribers on Instagram. And then he does also have the YouTube channel. I just watched one of his with he did with the fighter Michelle something. That was the last episode I seen, episode 195. It was good. No, I like fun stuff. I don't want to take them to have a breakthrough, but it happens anyways in higher doses. Gotcha. I pick it proudly, a gentle reminder of where I come from to further motivate me to get where I want. Okay. Everybody's different. Right. Is there anything that you are like, that you'll think about and you'll be like, oh no, I definitely never done that. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like a visceral response to something that has never happened to you at all, but for whatever reason, you're like, I refuse to do it. I refuse to ever be in a situation like that. Knowing good and well you were never in that situation to begin with. It's like, well, why do I feel so strongly about it? And it's usually because of something that happened in a past life. How was everyone's holiday weekend? Because I don't want to be wasted no more. Nothing is beneath me. Nothing is above me. Okay. Well, good. Oh, it's 1 o'clock. You see what time it is? I guess Robert just fell asleep on us. See, that's why I be wanting y'all to tell me when you gonna leave. Just be leaving, not telling nobody nothing. If you're just joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Aysia Smiles. We are talking about past lives and afterlife and all that stuff right now. You ain't cook or get together today or yesterday? No, I didn't do any of that. I mean, I made myself an omelet for like lunch. I don't usually eat breakfast, so I'm usually a late person. Like when I eat, it's usually like 2 p.m. or something like that. Lately, I think twice since I've been here, I ate after 4 o'clock. Usually, if I don't eat by 4 o'clock, I don't eat at all. Instead of last time, but I also just didn't eat last week, and then I kind of got a little sick. So it's just interesting. Guess I was purging. I don't know. But I watched a video today where the lady said she did a 33, and guess this now. She did a 33-day water fast, and she's on a 33-day water fast. She was on day 28, and on day 28, she was like, usually by this time, there's nothing in there to, expel. So she's like, usually you just drink water, and you just, get rid of water and liquid. She was like, but she noticed, she was like, she felt something, like she passed something she didn't know. And she said when she looked down, she had passed a whole lot of parasites. Now, she didn't take any pictures or anything, but by day 28, she passed a whole lot of parasites out of her system. And so it's because there was nothing for them to feed on. But it took 28 days. That's crazy to me. So, 28 days for her to pass parasites. Now, let's be clear. We all probably have parasites in our system just because of all the things that we're eating. And so if you eat meat, you're more prone to it, of course, because it's usually like in the chops of your meat. Like when you see like them little white bits in your like pork and stuff, those are usually worms. And so, they're in a lot of our food. But just look into detoxing and stuff to making sure you keep rid of that. Yeah. This world is so interesting. It's 1:11. As I tell you about parasites, but oh look, 1:11 means new beginnings. Okay, let's see. But no, I had salad today. I had corn on the cob. I don't like to call them deviled eggs, but like eggs, heavenly eggs, and what else? And a little bit of potato salad. So that's what I had today. Look at that. See all that stuff that was in my eye. You don't even tell us when you walk up. I do. I'd be like, I'll be right back. Unless you do something really weird. If you say something backwards, then I just walk off. I'd be like, but usually I'd be like, I'll be right back. What does that have to do with the tea in China? I'll tell you when I walk off camera. What does that mean? Oh, because I said I don't. But I'm coming back. It's different. If you're leaving, then be like, hey, I'm calling it a night. Just like Misfit does. Hey, I'm calling it a night. Right? Misfit will tell me. Dean will do like, I'll be right back or something like that. I don't know if he ever, I guess he never came back. So I'll be looking for y'all. It should be dramatic. Oh God. You think it'd be dramatic? It'll be dramatic. I'll be like, I'm hungry. I gotta use the bathroom. This is the only two places I'm doing, right? This is the only two things I'm doing. Is I'm going to get something to eat or get something to drink, and then I'm going to the bathroom. What else is there to talk about? But I come back. It's not even like I'm gone for like a really long time, right? I'm not gone for 10, 15 minutes. I'm gone for like 5 minutes. Tomorrow. All I'm doing is get off. I just get off the bed. I don't even. How am I dramatic? What? He always does. He always does some random stuff. It's always so random. It's like, why are you asking about me? Mm-mm. Well, I think I only said I only had one real one, so all the other ones were more like situations. So when I feel like I'm in a really authentic relationship, like a really healthy authentic relationship, I'll let you know. Feels like a century. Why does it feel like a century? It does not feel that long. I literally get up and like go to the bathroom and come right back. Y'all be so extra. I just took off my nail polish. Hello. Hello, Ben. Beanie. Beanie. Beanie Yam. I think it's the fact that the conversations that have been had multiple times are always the same. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. It's like, what's your boundary? What are your, like, no, what's the word? Like non-negotiables, right? And so, I mean, we've talked about this. Non-negotiables. Q has 3 children. He doesn't want any more. I don't have any. I want children. I would also want to be with somebody who only has eyes for me. Q has said on occasion that he's stepped out, so that's pretty it's enough. Then there is the distance. He said no, he's not moving. He has people he's taking care of. He's not taking care of. When you are with somebody, you have to figure out how you will fit in that person's life. If that is somebody that you would want to be with for a long extended period of time. If he has 3 children, a mother and a baby's mother, that is 3 kids. Mama, baby mama, that's 5. So then if you come along, then you become 6. And that's a whole nother hand. That look like I'm way back. I'm good. Look, I wanna be 2. Like I wanna be number 2 if it's like you and God. You know what I mean? Like I'll be number 2, but 6? That's no. Cute. Basically, what she's trying to say is that you should take her to Nubu. Who is that? What is that? People can say what they want in the chat. People can say whatever they want in chat. Right? That's not lifestyle. That's not how he's actually living. That's not his dynamics. That's not family dynamics. That's not you know, none of that stuff. How he, you know what I mean? Like what I eat, and I said I wanted to be somebody who wants to eat the way that I eat. I can't tell by that picture what he looks like outside of that picture right there, right? Like I don't know what he looks like. That's just this much of his face, right? Like that's all we have to go by. And it's not like a full picture, so it's like from the side. Like I don't know what's going on there. And generally, we don't talk about this because I don't talk about this very often. But any time anybody hides anything on their face with usually that's hair, that usually means there's something that they want to keep hidden. So I wish I had my book with me, but I don't have it with me. Nobu is a fancy restaurant. Oh, nice. You mentioned you may be okay with having children in the next life. I want them in this life. I want them in this life. I meant if I couldn't physically have them, I definitely want them in this life. Meaning like adoption. Meaning like, you know, my Kenyan kids and stuff like that. My Kenyan kids, my babies. They want me to go over there. They want me to go over there too. I talked to them today. Not the kids, but the people over it. I think that's an amazing picture, but maybe that's just me. I mean, it's not a bad picture. It's just it's not enough for me to go by though. Nandy. Okay, Nandy. Do what you do, Nandy. That's, it's okay. What's a being hero with no beard? I mean, beards are cool. It's just, there is always the stuff that you don't know until you learn it, and then you can't unlearn it, right? So there are things that are, it's interesting. Life is so interesting. So interesting. Why adopt Kenyan kids when you can get them right from the source? Oh my gosh. What I'm saying is I want my own children. That is what I'm saying. I want my own children. That's the plan. However, I've already met the children in Kenya, and so um, I don't. We didn't talk about adopting them or anything like that, but there are 300 of them, so at least providing for them, going to visit them, and making sure that they have the things that they need. And I've already been to Kenya, actually, Nandy. Not sure if you were on when we talked about that. But I went last year, and I spent 10 days over there, so I'm quite fond of them. Quite fond of my babies. But it's not, because he just said he don't want no children, so what source are you talking about? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Stop trying to change my mind. I feel like that's probably more of a thing than anything else. It's like I've made a decision, but you keep feeling like my decision's not good enough, so you keep wanting to change it for me. Nandi said he wasn't over there. We never knew where Nandi lived at. Nandi was like, I don't know, right down the street with different, like 14 different birthdays. So I don't take Nandi too far. I like somebody who can be truthful, upfront, honest, right? Not beating around the bush. Yeah, I caught all that. I just choose not to discuss it. I'm good on that. Because Philippe was wanting to do the same thing, remember? He wanted to take me to Kenya. Yes, remember? Yesterday. Nandy, I know you're not even going. Do you like keep? Is the laugh just? Is the emoji just stay at the back of your It's like an automatic thing. It just automatically comes with everything you say. There's like no way around it, huh? Is that it? There's no way around it. I had an ex who did a lot of emojis, but he was very emotionless. I was like, is the emoji supposed to count for the emotion that you don't have? Um, where do you live, Nandy? He didn't. I just use it so as to not come off too stern. No, is he there? So that's why I always talk about how important communication is. Communication is so important. I didn't know what I didn't know. Washington State. Okay. What do you do, Nandy? What do you do, sir? I do enjoy chatting with y'all. Do you feel like it gives you a different perspective into like women, how we think, or even like how you're perceived, or just life in general? Like, do you have any more warehouse? Okay. I know I haven't been the most open book, Asia, but if you give me a chance, I'll make it up to you. It's been too long. It's been too long. That's like I feel like there's that little like window where you kind of state your claim and stuff, but you are like I'm fun and I'm friendly. I'm not really jokey like that. I think once I have like committed to you, that I'm being jokey like that. But in the initial stages, I'm not jokey all the time, because I do think that jokey usually means there's something underlying there that we just haven't discussed or haven't uncovered, right? That's why I'm always kind of like, when it's a lot of jokes and a lot of like little white lies where you trying to be funny and stuff, it's usually masking something else. Which reminds me, Q, have you started reading the book? Mm-hmm. Have you started reading the book? Let me see. I'm trying to see. Perceived in terms of like what you value in relationships, what you've learned, like just by being in this chat, do you feel like you have a different perspective on like life or men and women in general? How we think about things, how we go about our day to day, what things we value, you know? You haven't. We'll soon know. We'll soon what? You haven't what? You haven't what? You haven't learned anything? You haven't experienced anything? You haven't what? Mm. I haven't started the book. Oh, okay. He hasn't finished the book. No, he hasn't started the book, Q. He ain't started. What did you do today, Q? You notice like Q will say, "Hey, what's up? What's good, chat?" Q never talks about his day in any chat. He never talks about his day. The only time he talks about it is he'll be like, "Hey, son had a game." Like that's it. Like he's very close-lipped. How are you perceived? I asked everybody, I said, "Hey, how was your day? How was your Memorial Day? What did you do? What did you eat? Did you cook? Did you go to somebody's house?" I asked everybody in the chat, "How was your day? What did you do today?" I've always asked that. It's because when you come on rather late into the chat when it's already going on, and then you insert yourself wherever we are. But I always ask, what are you doing? How was your day? How are you? What did you do? Me and Q are only the two active left in chat. You deserve brownie points. You deserve brownie points for staying. I wasn't here for that. You never are. You never are. You always come in late. And you just like, "Hey, I'm here, chat." But it's every day. Of course, every day. That's how we have a conversation. And I said, Robert, I say, "Dang, Robert, you eat a lot of barbecues." Like, "I do, sis." And I was like, every day is something else. Because he always says, like, "Hey, what'd you do?" And usually his stuff is, "I did something, so and so." And usually his stuff is more food related. Like, he'll tell me about the cars he sold, and then what he ate for the day. Right? Misfit chops wood. So Misfit's like, "Hey, I chopped wood today." Dean would be like, "Hey, I sold some shirts and I did some graphics. I spent the day with you know what I mean?" Like, everybody kind of tells me like what their day is, and you just come right on in, and you just kind of miss that stuff, or you don't talk about it. So we don't really know Q as a personal, like your personal stuff. Like, not that we need to know your all play by play, but um, there is no discussion about your day. I think the last time you said something was like you closed a deal with somebody that died, like Ray Charles's granddaughter or something. I think like that's all we knew, but that really wasn't, you know. How was your day, Q? What did you do today? Nandy, how was your day? You also came in late. I'm just asking. I said, "How was your day? What did you do today?" You and Nandy, how was your day? What did you do today? These aren't even like deep questions. This is a very shallow question. And usually I'm not a shallow person. How was your day? What did you do today? Hello, Andea. Adunya? Adunya? Ooh, I like Miracle. Hello, Miracle. Let's start there. Hello, Miracle. Miracle. We go live every night about 10:30 Eastern Daylight Time until. How are you? I'm great. Thank you for asking. How was your Memorial Day? What did you do? Oh, nice. What did you grill? How are you, Miracle? My day was good work today. It was also my sister's birthday, so I spent time with her. Oh, that was nice. How old is your sister, Nandy? What are you doing? We were just talking about a lot of stuff tonight. Past lives, a lot. And today, now we're just talking about, what people did for their Memorial Day. We're about to end the live in a little bit. We've been on since 10:30, so it's getting quite late. You don't want to disclose her age. She's that much younger than you. How old are you, Nandy? I thought you were. I don't even know now. So okay. All right. Well. Any other questions, comments, or concerns? Say it now. Further, hold your peace. Say it now. You just won't feel right. Turkey burgers, hot dogs. Not a neighbor provide big chicken. Oh, good. Did your big kids come home? Did your grown adults come home? Was your baby's mother there? There is none. You have a whole life. A whole life. And you like to pretend that you don't have somebody that's right next to you. That is just so fascinating to me. And then you talk about our future. That's not bizarre to you? You're laying next to her and acts as if she doesn't exist. That's not bizarre to you. Hmm? Life is tricky like that. Sometimes if you have not learned the lesson, it tends to repeat itself. So how was it not that fast forward 10 years, you like older women, your next female is in that same situation where you're laying next to her and thinking about somebody else? That seems to be more of a realistic thing. Ooh, that was a good one too. Got that out. Ooh. Glad I got that out of my eye. Alright. Because just because you don't mention her doesn't mean she doesn't. She's not literally right next to you, right? Like, I don't know if you have like AirPods on as I'm talking. Like, you have like earbuds in. I don't know if you like turned over this way, like listening. I don't know if you have like a man cave that you're in when we have these conversations. Did she see like a blue light on your phone? She's like, always on that dang phone. Always on that phone. See? Yet again. Don't pay me no attention because you're always on the phone. I don't know how your dynamic is. He said, I don't choose a woman based on age, not going 10 years older than. Why is that where you went, though? I didn't say nothing about a woman based on her age. I didn't say nothing about that. I said about the woman next to you. You was like, I'm not doing that. But you just completely jumped over the fact that I said that how would she feel? And about doing the same thing. Just completely jumped over that. That part just like having the same conversation, trying to step over the elephant. And Nandy, your friend just has a very somewhat distorted view of the way he views the situation. I enjoy these conversations. I do think they're honest and I do think they're authentic to an extent. I think there is a thing about essentially like it's almost like you kind of have somewhat like a double life, right? You're probably hedging bets on both sides to make sure that you don't want to be left out. You don't want to be alone. So if you prep now for long term, because you're like, I'm a long game type person. Like my son is 14, so I can like play the long game, and then in about 4 years, once he's out, then I already have the next one ready. So, what you think? And so now you're just like, oh, I'm just keep getting it, and I'm not nagging you, I'm not downing you, I'm just asking, and you're not necessarily responding. You're responding to Nandy. You're not responding to anything that I've said. So, just interesting. Anywho, it is 1:45, and I love you all so very much. We will do this again tomorrow, 10:30 Eastern Daylight Time. As always, keep smiling, keep shining. You got this. I would really appreciate if you would take a chance to like the live, comment, and watch another one of my previous lives. I am trying to get to 4,000 watch hours, and we are on our road to doing that. I would like to do that before my birthday on June 18th. So if you could watch another one of my lives and it helped me increase my watch hours, I greatly appreciate it. I love you all. Let me see. This is the perception thing that's interesting. The other situation isn't romantic. We've discussed that. I don't fear being alone. I'm looking forward to the single last season of life. Okay. Then be alone. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. I think you should be alone for a while. Like a couple years actually. I think it'd be good for you. Because I think your dynamics of what you want will change based on the freedom that you'll have. And I want you to have that. Because being in a committed relationship or situation or whatever it is that you are all in for a long amount of time, once you are removed from that, you are going to need a lot of essentially like time to like detox and kind of get your head back to where you think it might be or where it should be, or realizing what is it you currently actually really want. And so you can say all these beautiful things to me. I just don't think that's where you are. I think it's more so of it's almost like it's like an act, I think. And so for you, I think they sound good. I don't think there's action behind it. But I think for the rest of the chat, that I think the chat believes you. I think maybe that's where my kind of beliefs are. The whole back and forth. It's only like this when your twin is not here. When your twin is here, and I think that's why she stopped coming. Kinda. I think so. How is she, by the way? How is she? You have essentially like a triangle type thing going on there. You notice that? You have the one that's currently with you. She probably still wants to be with you, but you're not necessarily giving her that. And it's probably because y'all's communication. You also have one that I also think that is vying for your attention. And then because I am not the one vying for your attention, you're the one seeking. So it's like a triangle-y thingy going on there. I don't think she can be as playful with you as she used to be, is what I'm saying. I think the dynamics of the chat have changed, and so the way that that you all used to interact with each other doesn't quite fit the build in this chat anymore. Yeah, Mika's young too. She's what, a year older than Rain. So I put her in the same category as Rain. They're learning a lot about themselves right now. You shouldn't have to, though. That's what you chose. You chose that. It's okay. It's okay. I allowed it, so it's okay. So you no need to adjust. I just said that things have changed now, but it's already happened. So I would like somebody who has no eyes for anybody else. Only me. I don't see that with you. I don't know what you are like in your day to day. I don't know what you are like outside of this chat. I do not know how you are at work. I don't know who you work with. I don't know any of that stuff. I don't know how you are at home. I don't know your life outside of here. So it could be like you like, he's always like that with all the girls. He's very flirtatious. He's very friendly. He's very this and he's very that. Everybody thinks they want to be with you. I have no idea. I have no idea. So, That's all. All right. Okay, all right. Thank you all for joining. Keep smiling, keep shining. I would love to know who's behind some of these numbers sometimes, because we'll have these conversations, but nobody else will chime in. That is just the interest. That's so interesting to me. But we'll do this again tomorrow. My name is Aysia Smiles. Um, as always, keep smiling, keep shining. You got this. Thank you for watching. I pray that you watch another 1 or 2 or 3 of my videos to help me get my watch hours to 4,000 before my birthday. We'll do this again tomorrow. Love you.